combat strength in Civ 5 is a lot more important than in Civ 4. It's not just about stacking low-tech units and then just having them overwhelm higher-tech units. It's very much about trying to boost your combat strength as high as possible. Total War for 20 turns will let you be the military power in your world. I mean, excellent policy. If you're going for autocracy anyway, your goal is to take over the world, and it's the same thing as Reformation and free religion and even scientific revolution. You kind of keep this as a hole, as an ace in your hole, and then bam, you unleash it, and you start to kick ass. And the last branch, Order, which is best for large, sprawling empires. It increases the strength of the empire based on the number of cities it contains. I love Order. It's one of my favorite branches, especially if you're playing a game where you're very much expansionist. You're playing it as, you just want to grab as much land as you can. It's a very late branch, but by that time it will help a lot with the problems that you encounter having to manage a large empire. And it is unlike at the same time as autocracy. It becomes active during the industrial era. You can have both of those at the same time. So you can have a huge military empire. You can have a huge scientific empire, which also makes a lot of sense because science is based on your population in Civ 5. So that's very good. The bonus for unlocking Order is 25% more production when constructing buildings. That's awesome. There's really nothing. Who doesn't like that bonus? You could probably stack it with the Roman unique ability and get your buildings out very, very fast in the other cities, non-capital cities. Now, the policy here on the left, you get United Front. Other players' influence with city-states decreases 33% more per turn than usual. So if you stack this with Patronage or even with the Greek unique ability, Hellenic League, I mean, city-states are going to love you, and they are not going to love anyone else. It's an okay policy. I wouldn't rush for it right away. I would rush possibly for nationalism, 25% attack bonus when fighting in friendly territory. That's really good, and it stacks with oligarchy here. Now, note that oligarchy is fighting within the empire's borders, while nationalism is 25% when fighting in friendly territory, which means I believe at least it includes friends and allied city-states. It may include also other civs with which you have a pact of cooperation, but I'm not entirely certain. I'll have to test it out. But I mean, you stack this with oligarchy, and your units have a huge combat strength bonus when they're defending the empire against anyone who wants to invade you. Very good policy. I like it. Then over here, you get, first of all, socialism, 10% reduced gold maintenance cost for buildings. That's just more gold in your pocket, less gold to expend on maintaining buildings. It's a good policy. And it leads to planned economy. Unhappiness from number of cities reduced by 50%. Now, in the previous video, I stated that it wasn't 50, it was 100%. I have to correct myself here because I didn't realize that in the game when I got planned economy, I also had the Forbidden Palace, which does the same thing. It's a wonder that also reduces the unhappiness from number of cities by 50%. So if you get Forbidden Palace and planned economy, you have no unhappiness from the number of cities, essentially letting you expand as much as you can. And if all your unhappiness is from population alone, it's not a big deal. You can deal with that. You can build additional happiness producing buildings to counteract it, and you won't get the unhappiness from the number of cities. Pretty good policy. And this leads to communism. The final policy in this policy branch, +5 production per city. Now, again, +5 doesn't really sound like a lot. It's, 5 is, it's not that much. It's almost 2 mines. It's almost 2 hills with the mine improvement. And that's before bonuses. Once you get the bonuses from the factory or from any other wonder or policy that increases production, that bonus is multiplied and gets your buildings and units out faster. And remember, +5 production per city. If you have 2 cities, that's +10 total production. Meh. If you have 20 cities, that's +100 production per turn. That's kind of significant. I like Order. I like Order a lot. What can I say? So, that was a quick overview of the social policies in Civ 5. I hope you liked it. Play with them a lot. Play a game. Try new ones. And the best thing about policies, again, is that it's so flexible, a system. You have a lot of choices in what you want to do. You know, do you want to unlock all the early ones and focus on them right away? Do you want to save up and maybe try for a policy track that becomes unlocked later? Do you want a tech rush to get to autocracy so you can get your army faster and, you know, get it more powerful? There's really a lot of freedom to this system. I love it. I prefer it to the Civic system of Civ 4 and certainly to the one before that. So I hope you have fun playing with Civ 5 with that, and I hope again that you enjoyed this video, and until next time, have a good one.